Hello, I'm Maddie Cleese, and this is my audience. I'm going to go ahead and have them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Addie.
I'm Allison.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Mackenzie.
I'm Brenna.
I'm McKenna. I'm Becca.
And I'm Emma.
And this is my 21-year-old sister, and she's willing to vouch for me. And if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to ask her. The rest of them are all seniors at the Washington High School that I go to. And my sister's also going to have her phone out to time me, so please just look beyond that. So I am ready to begin. Have you ever shown up late to work and felt an extreme amount of guilt? Imagine showing up late and not even knowing it. I'm a very punctual person and I love my job. I love the people I work with and I love the kids that go to the daycare as well. I've never been late to my job and I've never had any reason to be because I love to go, and the one day that I was late to work was due to technology malfunctions. So with that said, technology is not always a reliable source of communication. One set of technology that has failed me is text message. I will never again trust texting as my main resource of communication. Here's the story of the one day that I was late to work. So, a little background information about where I work. When the kids are at the daycare, it's state law that it's a 6-to-1 ratio for kids over 2 years old, meaning that there's 6 kids per 1 adult, so you have to plan accordingly. And for kids under 2 years old, it is 3-to-1 ratio, so 3 babies to 1 adult. With that said, we have to be very flexible as workers at the daycare because our times always change and we don't always go in at our scheduled time. So our schedules are important, but they're not always accurate. So the day I was late, my boss had texted me that morning and asked me to come in at 1:30. So I was originally scheduled for 11 o'clock and I waited until 1:30 and I came in, and my boss is usually very happy to see me and very happy person, and she was pretty angry when I walked in. And she had asked me, "Where were you for the past hour and a half? The other coworker couldn't get off because you didn't show up." And I felt so bad. So I pulled out my phone and I showed her the text that she had sent me, and she apologized because it was her fault. She had meant to type 11:30, but she had typed 1:30 instead because she brought the extra one. Pretty common mistake, of course, but also it cost the other person her free time and me work time as well. So with that said, the consequences of the matter was that my boss was angry at me for something that I couldn't have controlled and for her own mistake. So she was mad at herself in the situation for what had happened. Also, another consequence was that my coworker could not get off early enough because of me not showing up and there being enough kids there that she couldn't leave. There was not much we could do after the matter, but we got over it. Technology is not always a trustworthy source of communication. Since the one day that I was late to work, I made sure I was never late again. And I made sure I was never late again by double checking with my boss and making sure that she was still wanting me to come in at the right time on the schedule, or I also call her instead of texting her now because I don't want that to happen again. She also uses calling more than texting now because of the matter. So the moral of the story is, don't let text make you late for work. Thank you guys.